Welcome everybody. How are you doing today? This is your pal ZBH, and I'm here with a very special guest.
Grif, as always.
Yes, hello Griff. And what are we going to talk about for the viewers at home today?
Well, I know that we're talking about the Demon Slayer universe, because I don't think we're doing like a specific episode. We're just kind of going for the world of Demon Slayer. Isn't that the plan?
Yep, pretty much. Couldn't have said it better myself. So folks, we're going to talk about all things Demon Slayer today. All our thoughts on the show, the universe, the characters. So it's also a spoiler warning. We're going to talk about stuff that's been released. So if you haven't seen the show or the film that's come out already, then we'll talk about that. And we'll probably do some discussion about where we think everything's going to go and by the end of it. But we'll start from there. So, Griff, do you want to try to explain to the audience what the plot of Demon Slayer is?
Oh, absolutely not. I'll leave that. I'll leave that to you, and then I'll give my thoughts on it.
Okay. Well, I'll say a kind of a brief summary I have here, but it's more about the world than the characters itself. So you can chime in with the character aspect of it. But basically, it takes place in 19th century Japan, and there's a secret organization of swordsmen that protect people from demons that hunt at night, that eat people, and the demons are trying to figure out a way to survive in sunlight. That's kind of the main, I'd say, the main plot of it. But let's just get into characters, because we'll have a few to talk about.
Yeah.
What do you think of our leads and all of them?
Okay, so we just starting like with the the main three, like Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. I'm gonna butcher like 90% of these names.
Okay, let's start with the main. I'd say the main two characters. Where episode 1 we get introduced.
So Tanjiro and his sister.
Nezuko.
Yeah, Nezuko.
Yeah.
So like, you want like my opinion on Tanjiro, or?
Well, we'll do we'll just. I'll give the premise right quick so people aren't totally lost.
Okay.
But there's a family that lives up on top of a mountain in Japan, and it's they're charcoal makers, charcoal salesmen. That's what their business is. And Tanjiro, ever since the dad died, Tanjiro's become the man of the house. He's like 15-ish, I think. There's a time skip a couple times.
Yeah, you really don't know how old he is. Like, it's really much of a guess. I'd say late teens. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically it's just a normal family going about their business, and I think Nezuko was the second oldest, if I remember right, because I think the three siblings are the little ones, I think.
Yeah.
So he basically goes down the mountain to sell his charcoal like normal, and just everything seems so normal, and then And then he starts hearing from his customers about demons that come out at night, and he hasn't ever heard that really, or he just thinks it's a myth, or just hearsay, just nothing. It's not real. It's just something that people say. But then he has to spend the night down in the town because it's winter, so it's really cold, and he has to stay warm overnight so he can go back up to his house. And on the trek back up, he gets a scent of blood. And that's one thing about Tanjiro, is he has a exceptional nose, like a bloodhound. So he can. That's kind of a thing that comes back into play multiple times.
Oh yeah, like throughout the whole series.
So he can detect things a lot of time before he can visually see something.
Yeah.
He smells it, knows that there's something amiss in the surroundings. But so he smells blood, so he gets scared, and he starts running as fast as he can up to his house. And Well, what does he find there, Griff?
Well, he finds his whole family massacred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like this. The thing that was crazy about this anime, and it's not maybe just this one, but it's anime in general. Like they definitely don't like hold punches when it comes to like killing off, you know, just family members. You know, I guess like it was. I wasn't expecting this, so like for the audience that doesn't know, that ZBH was one that showed me Demon Slayer and like absolutely fell in love with it. But in that first episode, when you find out like what happens to Tanjiro, like it is very sad, but you're a hero of your story. Like I feel like you can't feel something for them if they don't have a tragic backstory. And
on some level.
yeah, right. On some level, they definitely went above some level. You know, because like the only person that technically survived was
Nezuko.
Yeah, his sister.
You almost got it.
I guess she kind of survives, but I mean she
survived asterisk.
Yeah, she basically got turned into essentially a demon. Yeah. But yeah, he basically shows back at his house and his whole family's dead.
And then he finds Nezuko. She's barely hanging on, so he grabs her and runs to try to get medical help for her. And then she's not quite as out of it as she seemed.
Yeah.
Just starts acting a little weird, and she's got sharp fangs now, and her eyes are like slits. I'm like, this is getting really dark. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the demons and Demon Slayer kind of operate on the, like, vampire, zombie type logic, kind of like undead stuff, where you survive an attack, but you get wounded, you could turn into one of them, basically.
Yeah. And it seems like some of them are, it seems like some of them gain not only, like, unbelievable super strength, but some intelligence, like, above normal. I mean, that's kind of always been the thing about, like, I think, like, vampires is... I know they're not vampires, but, you know, demons, like...
I mean, if not intelligence, they're, like, hyper-aware.
Yeah, something like that.
Where it's, like, all their senses are heightened to a point that they're really hard to sneak up on or to get one over on. So, I'm like, okay, when I first watched this episode, I'm like, how dark is this going to go? Is he going to have to take her behind the woodshed and kill her?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be that kind of series where he's the only one left? And no, thankfully, that doesn't happen. We get introduced to the Hashira. Well,
first one.
One Hashira. Giyu is his name.
Giyu, okay, that's his name.
I can't remember his last name. I tend to remember whatever part of the name is simpler to remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Giyu, water Hashira. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay, so he gets introduced, and he's a demon slayer. That's what Hashira are. They're like the elite demon slayers, and like, well, it's a demon. I'm gonna kill it. So then Tanjiro's like, no, it's my sister. It's my sister. It's pretty cool to see a little kid step to a swordsman like that with very little, like, anything to help him in a fight. And the fact that he does as good as he does against an elite swordsman, that tells you that he has some inherent skill.
Right,
from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because his family might have some things from his past that he doesn't know about yet.
Right. Yeah, he's actually, like, he really impressed that certain Hashira warrior. Because he almost outthinks him. He charges at him, but he throws that axe at the same time.
I think if I remember right, he throws a rock, and then while he's dodging the rock, he threw the hatchet.
Yeah.
And the hatchet's what caught him off guard, and he almost got hit by it.
Yeah.
But then the main thing that I was like, I thought how dark this show was going to be with him. So they're not going to kill the sister, but then when it showed her still as a demon, but like scared and like no, like 'cause she's crying as he's like wrestling with her. Because she's like trying to kill him at first, and then she kind of realizes what's going on.
Yeah, and she almost can't like hold it back, but she's trying.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, it's gonna be painful in a different type of way.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have to you're in this terrible situation. Now you're just gonna have to live with this terrible situation.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the show. But yeah, basically, Giyu sees something in the two of them and their bond. Even though she's a demon, whenever he like knocks Tanjiro into the tree to like get him out of the way, she steps in front of him to protect her brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, maybe this one's different because, no spoiler, there are some demons that aren't exactly the normal type that aren't just bloodthirsty killers like most of them are, but not all of them.
Yeah.
So that's the main start of the premise. There is like Giyu basically tells them, go to the person who trained me because you want to become a demon slayer because you want to kill the demon that did this.
Yeah, that massacred his family.
Yeah, and he also was trying to find a cure for his sister.
Yeah.
Try to turn a demon back into a human, which hasn't ever been done before. I don't think that's that's kind of like one of the end goals of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, so starts off pretty strong, I think, and then it's kind of interesting that Nezuko is not like an active participant for a while.
Right, she's like in and out consistently, I guess.
Because of her being a demon, she can't go out in sunlight. She has to stay whenever he's at, I think Otodaki, I think is the red mask, if I remember right, his name. But he's Tanjiro's first like main teacher, and he trains all the like really young demon slayers and then sends them out to do final selection when that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's looking after Nezuko in his cabin while Tanjiro's out on the mountains and the woods training every day.
Yeah.
I think it's for like a year and a half. I think is the time skip, and
yeah,
where it shows him. Like Grif was saying, it's kind of vague how long certain stretches of the story are.
No, but you get an idea that it's for some time, you know. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't have to put like a year later. Like you just kind of get to just like, okay, this is like a training montage. This is our, you know, our main character. You know, kind of like Rocky, Karate Kid. Like this is them. You know, this is like his Miyagi. This is like him teaching him like how to fight before the big fight. And
the basics.
Yeah, right.
Just enough to survive, basically. Because Uraraki is like he did train a lot of like the people who went on to be Hashira later on, but he was always like just the basics of everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the story kind of, it has a crazy opening, but then it kind of slows down a little bit. And it just lets them do a good amount of training, and you don't really get like the rest of the cast until like the second half of the first season.
Yeah.
Which is like 26 episodes, so it's like around the halfway point, I think, is final selection.
Yeah.
But so maybe it's a slow start for you, but just give it a little time. I think it's worth your investment once you get into it.
Yeah, I think most people that watch anime are going to be okay with that. I think if you've never watched anime, it would bother you. But I mean, you have to build a story. You have to build a world. So like, if you just like, I'm okay with that. That's like maybe the only time. Well, I mean, maybe not even that. Like just in cinema in general. Like if something is like that, where it's that long, like if you can keep me interested, like I really enjoy that. But I don't like this whole like just giving somebody the power to just be great at something. Like I like that, like he has to completely work his way up through all these seasons to be who he is. Even though, which I'm sure we'll get to it, but like his backstory is very interesting on who he actually is and what bloodline he comes from. But I mean,
I mean, that's
one of the most overpowered bloodlines like ever. Like,
I mean, that's just storytelling trope anyway.
Yeah.
Like, your Luke Skywalkers and your Harry Potters and all those kind of characters.
True, but that took time.
Yeah.
You know, like you had like a certain amount of movies where
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a trope, but it's not a bad trope. It's just a common.
I think it's rare in cinema now. I think most of the time it's just like, oh well, you can do something because you're the lead of this movie, so you just have this without any training.
Protagonist power.
Yeah, it's very lazy writing, and you see it a lot. So that girl that was in Star Wars, what's her name? Rey, yeah. So they just like gave it to her. They're just like, yeah, here you go. You don't have to work for anything. Here you go. You're just great with the Force. Oh, you can take on a Sith Lord? Yeah, you can do that.
Would it take 5 minutes for us to mention Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, that has a lot of good examples of just giving characters, this and that, so they're just good. They're real bad about that. At least the new stuff is.
Okay. Anyway, so let's fast forward a little bit. I did just one little detail I wanted to say is I really like one visual cue of how much time has passed during Tanjiro's training is his hair.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I really like his longer hair look. When he cut it, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It kind of looked good on him, honestly.
Yeah.
But, it's tied in a ponytail.
It looks a lot like his old man when we get there.
Yeah. Some foreshadowing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we get to we get to the final selection where that's when you kind of meet a bunch of characters. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, you don't have to get invested. Most of them die. So
yeah.
It's that kind of series where only a few people really stick around very long. But yeah, this is when you meet Zenitsu.
Yeah.
Zenitsu. What are your thoughts on Zenitsu? I want to get a barometer here.
So at first, I thought he was really annoying. Like, I absolutely could not stand him. And then towards the end, he became, like, one of my favorite. It's really hard because, like, all three of them are very, very likable characters. So, which I know we haven't got to Inosuke yet, but, I mean, they're all really likable. Like, you like Tanjiro for all this, you like Inosuke for all this, and you like, that kid, how do you say his name? Yeah, and you like him for all that stuff, too. But, yeah, I mean, besides Tanjiro, I really just like all three of them. But yeah, I really like him because you see a lot of, like maturity in this character there towards the end. So like where we are at now, and Demon Slayer is like when they go to like the castle arc and how much he changes then. Yeah. Like he's in that weird state that he's in. That when he fights a demon, he like goes to sleep or whatever it is, and he's just like a different person, and that's what like I really liked about him. But I mean, like if you can get past like all the like annoying crying and the chasing the girls and stuff like that, I don't know. Like I think you really hate him at first, and then you see more about him, you like him more. I don't know. That's just me though. Like I like him.
Yeah, I saw this post the other day, and it really made me think for a second. Yeah. It asked, when did you become a Zenitsu fan? And I'm like, well, when it happens, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Because, yes, he's irritating as fuck when he's first introduced.
Yeah, like, he's really unlikable at first. Like, I will admit that. Like, he's completely unlikable. I mean, him...
But it just... Yeah, he's gotten slightly less annoying over time. He started at like an 11.
Yeah, right.
He's at like maybe an 8 now.
Yeah.
So I'm like I still don't like you very much, but at least you have a little bit of dimension to you.
Yeah, I don't think I really noticed him until I saw him fight the spiders.
Yeah.
Which I know that's like way ahead of the story here, but like that's when...
We're covering all of season 1.
Yeah, right like, now, so that's when I had a lot more respect for him, like, when I saw the way he fought, and I was like, okay, like, I like you a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can jump into that when we get there. Yeah, I'll get to that more. But why you just don't like? Is that the because you said before we started that you had an unpopular opinion and you just don't like him? Is that one of them?
I'd say that's one of them.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean you don't have to like him.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I'm using this term correctly, but if he would just lock the fuck in and actually get shit done, I would like him a lot more.
I agree. Yeah, I wouldn't deny that whatsoever. That's why I'm kind of hoping this castle arc he seems locked in.
Yeah.
He seems locked in.
I mean, if you're not locked in, you're gonna die in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
In the castle. So.
Yeah, because just like how calm he was, and he's like sitting there on his boulder. And he's just like, Tanjiro, you do whatever you need to do, or whatever he says. And he's just like, he's in that state. And I was like, oh, he's there. Oh, hey.
I'll make an analogy here. Like, one of my favorite characters is Bruce Banner / the Hulk. I really like that character. And I really like both sides of that character.
Oh, I get you, yeah.
But this, it's like, it's like his two different halves. One is insufferable, and one of them is badass. So it's like the fact that I still get saddled with the insufferable most of the time.
Yeah.
I get that the story's almost over at this point, so it's not really going to be that way anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm just warning to people who haven't seen it before that he's a hurdle you'll probably have to get over.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree. He was hard to like. I hated him for quite a while. Like, I wasn't impressed by him until... Now, when he claps that first demon, like in the, like the drum demon layer or whatever, like I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, maybe he's a lot less of a bitch than I thought he was. But then when he fought the spiders, that was when I gained respect for him. And then like after it was the spiders, and then it was like that other, it was just everything after that. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I like that when Inosuke like makes that joke where he's like, "You should be in this state all the time."
Yes.
He's just like, "Why aren't you like this all the time?" And he like gets mad at him for like saying that. He's like, and that made me laugh.
I guess in Inosuke's mind, it's like he's not trying unless he's this version of himself.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not giving 110% the whole time, like
you're useless. Yeah.
So I'm okay with him now as a character, but let me tell you two types of characters I don't like in fiction normally. The pervert of the group that just is always lusting after women, or the main girl if there's a main girl. Yeah. Which unfortunately he loves Nezuko in this, because of course he would. Because it. That's one thing that really annoys me. You really have to do that right for me to like a character that's...
Oh, okay.
It's not that he's a romantic, it's just... He's just...
he's acting like he falls in love with every woman he meets. Yeah, hopeless romantic, I guess.
He's not Brock from Pokemon, okay? I like Brock from Pokemon because Brock is competent 99% of the time, except when a woman's around. Yeah. But I was like... So that archetype I don't really like. Oh, I get you, yeah. And then the coward of the group is which I'm like, cowards can be done right as characters because they have to get over it and do what they're afraid of anyway. Yeah. What? But I'm like, you had to put those two together.
The two types you don't like, huh? Yeah. Okay, I get that.
In one character, I'm like, ugh. I don't know. I'll give him a chance, but thank God he's more bearable now. But that is to say those are two things that grate on me. So it was like whenever I was watching.
Yeah, it's hard for me to really choose because I really like all three of them, but I have an odd take on Tanjiro. Okay. So whenever we get there, are we there yet?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, definitely very likable character, but his moral compass to me, and I'm waving my finger if people that can't see it, is interesting to me because he's fighting absolute evil that doesn't care about human beings, okay? Mm-hmm. But he shows mercy on a lot of the demons. Mm-hmm. There are moments where he Let's see. Not the first, but when he fights that big demon, that big green one, you know, like he kills it, he holds its hand while it dies. Okay.
Yeah.
And then another instance is like when he kills like the spider demon lady, like she like welcomes her death, and he does it in a way she can't feel it. You know, and like he shows a lot of mercy, like on the demons when I don't feel like he should. But I understand that is how Tanjiro is. Like he's supposed to be like. It's so interesting because he's very kind, but he's still willing to take a life when it's necessary. Yeah. So it's like it is a very, very weird like type of character. Like I've never seen that before. You're either this way or you're that way. Like there's never not anything that I have seen. I've seen anime, but probably not as much as everybody else have. I've only seen like handfuls of anime. So maybe there are characters that are more like that, but I just have never seen that in writing before. You know, you're either the Punisher or you're just the, you know, like you're just, or you don't fight, you know, and he's in the middle. So I find that weird. I don't see anything against it. It's just like, it's weird. So like, as in me, if I was a demon slayer, like, I don't think I could have mercy on something that is so evil like that. Now I might every once in a while, you know, like, you know how like when he comes across I'm sorry, I can't think of her name, that weird doctor demon lady.
Tamayo.
Yeah. And so like that might be something I could find to have respect for and mercy with, but like anything else, like no, I'm cutting that fucking thing's head off and I'm not gonna care. You know, so but it's just how Tanjiro is. Like he's just that weird type of kind and, you know, warrior type. I don't know. It's just a weird writing to me. You know what I mean? Like, am I making any sense?
It's a difficult line. You have to stay, like, you can't go too far either way. Yeah. And I think Tanjiro's one that does do it, like, pretty much perfectly between the two. Yeah. Those two ideas. Yeah. And I do like that. That is kind of a modern anime thing, is that there's a lot of more like you said, like mercy or more kind protagonists. Yeah. Yeah. Not like all of them in the past weren't kind, but just like more gentle, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, I have no idea how to explain Tanjiro. Like it's such interesting. It's very interesting to me. Like I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. But I'm very much like my moral compass in a world that doesn't really exist is very much of the Punisher. So like that's why I like struggle with the way Tanjiro, like the way he thinks, I guess.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about the two guys. Let's talk about my boy. Yeah. Inosuke.
Yeah. Is that your favorite?
Yeah. Yeah. By a mile.
Yeah.
Inosuke is my favorite character.
He's just pretty awesome. Like he's just funny. Yeah. Like, and he's so sporadic. Even like with his fighting, it's very animalistic. You know, and I think that's why it's so hard.
It's almost like it's intentional or something.
Yeah, yeah, right? Yeah, I think that's why, like, a lot of the demons really struggle with fighting him, because they can't read him. And, like, it's just... he's just all over the place, but, like, he's really hard to read. Like, and you'll see that, like, through the progression of the show, like, how just crazy he gets. Yeah. And you see some of the demons, like, really struggle fighting him because they can't read what he's doing, because he's so... sporadic.
He doesn't think logically.
Really, no. Like he just charges in, and it's like, hey, you know, it's different.
Yeah, the two characters, the two people he reminds me of, like put together, and it's such a weird combination, but I think it kind of works. Is Jason Momoa and Invader Zim. Okay. Because he's got like the bro attitude, like Jason Momoa, but then he's got the sporadic ADHD brain, like Zim, and he's always bouncing off the walls.
And I like to joke with him, like, because he's got like the boar hat on, or head or whatever, and then he takes it off, and he's like really
handsome.
Yeah, he's really handsome, good looking, or whatever. And that was something I did not see coming. I just thought that was so funny. that he was like really, really like good looking underneath that, and that was just something I was not expecting.
It's also funny that he just doesn't give a shit about any of that. That's why he wears like the mask and everything.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't know how he fucking seasoned that.
Good question.
You know, like I don't know how.
Maybe he kind of doesn't. Maybe that's his strength.
Well, I mean, yeah, because he's so animalistic. Like he just the way he moves and everything. It's very inhuman. Yeah. So first, not everybody knows this because I don't know this 100%. So do you know like where he got the boar head thing from? Because I think I know, but
I think it's in the manga they've revealed it. But I don't think they've done it in the. I think it's going to be in the movie or in the next one. Is a bit more of his actual backstory.
Yeah, because I know we'll get more on Zenitsu a little bit. I already seen that by just what I've looked up and read, and then I want to say Inosuke. Like, wasn't he like raised by like a boar family or something? And that boar died, and so he put the head on his head?
I don't know.
Something like that?
I don't know any specifics about his backstory. I'm like, you know what? Don't care. I'll learn it eventually whenever the thing decides to show me.
Okay.
It's like I get who he is. I don't really need to know more specifics at the moment.
Okay, I get you.
But yeah, one of my favorite things with Inosuke, like one of my favorite fights of his is during the movie on the train. And he and Tanjiro were fighting the train demon, and the train demon has the like sleep hypnosis power, and it doesn't work on Inosuke because they keep trying to hit him in the eye with it, but they keep hitting the boar eyes instead of his.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, because they think those are like his eyes, basically. You know, they don't know how he sees.
Yeah, but it's just that was. I thought that was like, oh, duh! Why didn't I think of that? That he runs around with his eyes covered the whole time. If a guy's power has to do with like looking you in the eye, it's not going to work on him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's really clever and really simple. I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's. We'll get more specifically into the arcs, but let's just do the characters now.
Okay.
I got the list here, so because I also one of my other hot takes is about one of the arcs, so we'll talk about that later. We haven't really talked about her. Let's talk about Nezuko. What do you think about Nezuko as a character?
I don't really know. I don't really care much for her, honestly. I don't hate her. I'm just like, she's like there, here and there. Like, I think it's weird that she goes from like a 12-year-old to like a 35-year-old built mom. Like, I don't really know like what's up with that. Yeah. She turns into a straight up mom. Like, I don't, with all the curves and all that other stuff.
When the horn comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, the internet loved that. So I'm not really like. Yeah. I'm not really like. It's weird. Like, if because if demon children are younger age, like, do they just like age when they become a demon, or like it's hard to. I don't know. Like,
do they actually still mature like a person?
Yeah, kind of like
I don't know.
How in some. I hate to keep comparing them to vampires, but this is just something that's kind of
they eat people and drink blood. I think it's a fair comparison.
Yeah, so like just in vampire lore, but I guess it depends where you're going with this. Is like some of them, like if they were bit as a vampire, like when they were young, they stay very young for centuries, and they never, get older. And this, she seems like she still ages when she turns herself into a demon, and then when she's like in that weird sleep state or whatever she's in, she just looks like a normal girl.
Yeah, that's another thing about her is that
like
she doesn't eat flesh like normal demons. She actually sleeps to gain strength, which I thought that was a neat workaround to that, where
because she's not eating.
To show that not every demon is like that.
Yeah, like I like her. She's fine. She's just not somebody like I'm really interested in. Like, I don't get excited when I see her on screen. I just kind of see her like as another character. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and that's just it for me. I mean, I don't think she's like, I don't think she shouldn't be in the story. I understand why she's there, but it's just not something I.
She kind of became the mascot of the show.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah.
Because I mean, like, I do talking about her like body shifting ability. One thing I do like is that she can change her size and become tiny. I just think that's really funny that she can hide in like anything.
Yeah, like that basket thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just that I think that's funny because like, I mean, they're kind of taking iconography from older Japanese stuff with that. Like, do you know Lone Wolf and Cub? That story?
No.
Well, basically, Samurai has his infant son, in a basket, and he carries him around, like, either as a stroller or sometimes it's over his back. But I was like, oh, that's neat. I like that little homage to older stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like Nezuko. There's not a whole lot to her, but just simple, like warm, fun presence to be around, and important because she like will help out at key moments. Whenever they need help.
Yeah, like, she's had her moments when she was helpful, but it's only in those moments.
Yeah. Do you have any? I've got the Hashira as one like segment that we can talk about.
Yeah.
Or the Hashira, but do you have any other characters other than them you want to highlight?
No.
Okay.
No.
I want to highlight just a couple real quick. One of them was a character that I really didn't like when he was first introduced, but over time, even pre-flashback, where he saw what his childhood was like, I started to like him more and more, and that's Genya, who is the kid with the mohawk and the scar.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I was like, because he's just an asshole when he's first introduced, like, always abrasive. I get why he's that way.
Right, but it takes you quite a while to figure out why he's such a dickhead.
Yeah. But once you saw what actually happened to him and everything about why he is the way he is, it made me like him a lot more. And the fact that, and once we got to the the swordsman village arc where he became really prominent, he just has a fucking shotgun.
I know, right?
That immediately I was like, I don't know if that works or not, but you know what? It works. It works. I'm gonna let him have it. Because I was not expecting that, and then the whole like demon thing with him.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like,
I'm assuming we'll get a little bit more backstory on that, but he like eats the flesh of demons to become stronger temporarily. It doesn't entirely make sense, but
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to I didn't want you to think I was ignoring. I was looking up a quote that's from one of the Hashira that I want to talk about that I love, and I wanted to find it before we got there. But yeah, like him, he's such a weird character. So I've been trying to figure out like who he is and what he is, because he got his like arm ripped off and a leg ripped off, and then later you see him come. I'm like, whoa, hey, how's he doing that? And like it takes you a minute to realize he's like part demon, part human. I'm like, how the hell is this cat doing this?
Yeah, it's
because it makes you wonder, like, if he made it through the final selection, of course, with a shotgun.
I don't think he had the shotgun.
Yeah, I wonder if he just like ate demons, like
maybe.
It makes me wonder like how he made it through that selection. Like he just like ate all of them on the way through. Like I don't know. It's just interesting.
Just sashimied them with the sword and then ate them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's interesting that like he'll eat them and get some of their power and healing and stuff. Like it's odd.
Yeah, there's a character in My Hero Academia who has a power where whatever he eats, like his power becomes associated with what he eats.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a similar idea. to that. Just something weird that you wouldn't think about, and then actually kind of cool, kind of interesting. But because of the whole like the demon thing and then the shotgun, I nicknamed him Japanese Ash Williams.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Boomstick Samurai.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is a very minor character, but I just realized that he kind of became, like in the final arc, he's kind of an audience surrogate character. Goto is his name. He's the one of the little people in the black and white habits, where all you see is their eyes, really.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just there, like to escort Tanjiro and them around to different places.
Mm-hmm.
He's always just really sarcastic and feels dead inside.
Yeah.
I just think he's a very fun little character that they put in there. Just
like some slight comedic relief, I guess.
Yeah, the fact that it's always him they send to deal with the situation. Okay, let's go into the Hashira. So first of all, tell me what Hashira what Hashira are you quoting?
Okay, so I like the Flame Hashira guy.
Rengoku.
Yeah, Rengoku. So I like. So I like how. Well, I'll just get straight into this. So yeah, spoiler alert. Like he dies when he's the train.
Yeah.
The train movie. So yeah, that was sad to see him die, but I liked how he fought absolutely to the end, and he chose not to be turned into a demon because he believes in sacrificing himself to protect those that can't protect himself. But I like what his mom says to him about. I think you know what I'm talking about. See, his mom says, "You are born with great strength. People like you have a duty to protect those who are not as strong." And he just says like, "Yes, mom," but like it's the whole like his mom saying like you're very rare, you're very strong, and it's your duty to protect those that can't protect themselves. Mm-hmm. Like, and I like what his mom says to him. Like I like that. Like that just that just relates in like real life as well. And not just like in an anime, but I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like out of all the Hashira, like he's probably my favorite. There's a lot of mystery to a lot of them, so it's like really hard to like some of them because you're like I don't really know anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's my favorite. I really like him, and then I like the one Hashira guy that's like always praying.
Oh, Guillaume.
Yeah.
The blind man.
Yeah, I like his backstory where, he's running like an orphanage and, I didn't know that he was blind, but yeah, he's running an orphanage, he's taking care of all these kids, and then one of the kids like don't come back because he makes a deal to tell that demon where that is. That demon like slaughters all the kids because he made a promise like, hey, if you stay behind me, I'll protect you. And only one little girl trusted him. Mm-hmm. They all died. And he basically like beat that demon by just like strangling it to death, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he choked him out, or
Yeah.
He defeated him with like really no power, no sword, no nothing.
Yeah. Just like nothing but pure strength and like protective instinct.
Yeah, and
like,
courage and bravery.
Yeah, like that thing. Now that you're a parent, you really understand it. Like like how in a crazy situation where your child's in danger, you can do all these things that you couldn't do normally.
Yeah,
where it's just like part of it's adrenaline, part of it's emotional connection and all that, but it's just part of being human. But like, I just thought that was cool that they made a really prominent character all about that.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that he's the big, strong guy, but he's actually like the most gentle out of all of them.
Yeah.
That's...
And then I do like the butterfly girl, like the
Shinobu.
Yeah, like the adult one, because her backstory about like I like the part where her and Tanjiro are sitting there, and he asks her like basically like what's wrong with her, because you always seem very angry, because he smells it on her, because she's so angry because her sister was her sister Hashira, or because I know her sister died by a demon, But
I can't remember.
Like I don't remember. Anyway, like I just know a demon like killed her sister, and that's why she's like, joined the corpse, and that's why she's hunting demons is because of her sister.
Yeah.
I just find that like, I liked how, like he asked her if she was okay because she always seems kind of like happy or whatever, but she's really not.
Yeah.
I like that.
Something about her, like whenever she was first introduced, I'm like, I know she's one of the Hashira. She's one of the good people. Like she's on their side.
Yeah.
But she's always been unsettling to me.
Oh, right.
Because,
yeah.
Like the fake happiness and the fake, like masking pain and anger with sweetness, and I'm like, you can always tell when someone's doing that. Where it's like,
yeah.
But also the fact that she's a poison specialist. I just inherently don't trust people that work with poisons. And,
yeah.
Because, like, they can act like they're on your side, but then they could slip you something and you would never know it and you'd be dead.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of an interesting idea for a character, too. Just
yeah.
Really the way they present the Hashira at first and, like, how each of them, they're all very, like, abrasive at first. Like, they're a bit antagonistic towards the main characters.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they are in charge, so I get it. Like, they're, like, generals training troops on how to do things. So I get that you have to be a bit harsh, especially in the world they live in.
Yeah.
But I like that they didn't really hold back on that either, where it's like, they realize that these are just kids, but they're not, they're still not really, they're not playing softball with them either. Like,
I mean, basically like a handful of teenagers that are coming into like a war that's been fought for
1,000 years.
Yeah, 1,000 years, and like, that's, I mean, that's, I don't know if I'd use the word heavy, but it's like it's a lot for. So let's like try to put ourselves like in that world. It'd be really hard for a teenager that age to be able to just go to war like that. To go fight something that's extremely way more overpowering than you are.
And the fact that you're going into it basically knowing you're outnumbered.
Yeah, like I mean, you're basically going into battle every time knowing that you're probably most likely going to lose. I mean, like it's very rare. Most of these Hashiras ever, beat like a higher level demon. So like I'd say the basic ones they do pretty well against, but like these upper moon guys, which we'll get to that. That's a whole different fight.
Yeah, I do like that there's a hierarchy on both the good side and the evil side.
Yeah.
Like you can tell very simply what the power level and like what the power structure is.
Yeah.
It's just briefly going through thoughts about the Hashira, the love Rengoku also because like
tasty.
I was like they just knew how to immediately make him endearing to the audience. Even though even when they're all introduced, he's kind of cold to the main characters too because he doesn't know them.
Yeah.
Where he's like, he was one of they did like the whole trial thing where like, do we execute Nezuko or not? And then I think he was kind of against keeping her alive at first.
Yeah.
But then softened to them over time, and then by the time the train movie happens, that it's like, oh, you guys are fellow demon slayers. You guys are cool. Let's hang out. Let's get some food. Yeah. But yeah, like that was really well done. And even though I kind of saw it coming, I had thought he was probably going to die because he's a mentor character, especially after they didn't get along at first, and then they start to get along, and then that's normally when you kill off the mentor character.
Now, I really wasn't mad that he was dead. Like he was a character that I didn't want to see die, but it was such a heroic death that's when I'm okay when a main character or like somebody you really like dies in anime, let's say, or just cinema in general. Like if it's a very heroic, respectful death, I can still get behind about it and not get mad.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect. I thought that the train demon was going to be the one that killed him. That was.
That was a little.
That was the thing. I was like, oh shit! Wait, what?
Yeah, it was a little. It was a little unfair, which demons fight very unfair anyway. But it was a very unfair fight.
Yeah.
Because if he would have fought him first, I think he probably could have won. Like if he wasn't already beat up.
I mean, the fact that he'd already fought like all night and was exhausted and just survived a train collision, and then having to fight an upper level demon who's not had to fight yet all night.
Yeah.
And the fact that he still was standing his ground very effectively despite all those handicaps. And,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, we'll get to that guy in a little bit.
Yeah.
But let's...
Yeah.
Let me think about the Hashira for a bit. Because like I said, I kind of touched about Shinobu, where I like her as a character, but I just never trusted her because of the artificialness of the character and what she specializes in. This makes me nervous.
Yeah.
But let's completely different. Miss Kanroji. I really immediately liked her when she was first introduced because she's the love Hashira. That's her thing. She's very welcoming. She just tries to make everyone feel at ease whenever she's around them. Because whenever the Hashira and them are meeting Tanjiro and Nezuko at first, she's like, because like she could feel the tension in the room. She's like trying to relieve the tension however she can. I don't know. I kind of related a lot to that character because I've been in a lot of situations where I'm trying to diffuse situations.
Yeah,
just like I'm just trying not to let a powder keg ignite. Just keep throwing water on the match. Like, stop. But yeah, and then I think it was cool whenever they did the Swordsmith Village when she really came into focus.
Oh yeah,
Whenever she there's a flashback part where she's talking about Mr. Rengoku and like their friendship that they had, because she also loves food. She also loves fellowship with people. So it's like it makes perfect sense that they were really close friends in life. So I was like, that's a nice little character bit you put in there that made perfect sense that we didn't see very much of earlier because of all the other shit going on. But kind of nice to see that the Hashira, what their relationships are like to each other whenever it's not during a mission or anything. Just show that they do actually have bonds with each other, and it's not all just business. Sometimes they'll just have a nice meal together. Sometimes they'll have a conversation.
Yeah, gosh, I would say you'd have to have something like that. Like if you were just hunting demons, like something that's so evil and demonic. Yeah, I'd say you would need some time with with your friends or family or whatever.
I will say one character I really did not like when he was first introduced, the Sanemi, the Wind Hashira.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, he's just he's the guy who literally stabbing the box to kill Nezuko. I was like, fucker, better back up right now.
Yeah, I did like that. Doesn't Tanjiro like headbutt the shit out of him or he kicks him or something?
Yeah, headbutts.
Yeah, dude, fucking just like this kid's head is so hard.
Yeah, just that. Yeah,
because he's tied up.
Yeah,
and Tanjiro's like, I'm still gonna fight you even though I'm tied up.
Yeah,
like that is crazy.
Yeah,
a headbutt. Nobody wins with a headbutt. Like no,
except Tanjiro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I immediately hated that character when he was first introduced, and when he got his head butted in like that, I was like, good.
Yeah,
he had it coming.
Yeah,
but then later on in the series, I'm gonna say I don't like him exactly, but I kind of get it a little bit more.
Yeah, right. Some tragic backstory. Yeah.
I mean, this is technically a spoiler, guys, but I told you we were going to spoil things, that he's Genya's older brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why they both are the way they are, because they have the same backstory. It's like, huh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what I was saying about, like, Fellowship with the Hashira, that I really liked the Sonami and... I can't remember the guy's name, but the snake Hashira.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
It's just because he's only, like, kind of prominent in the last arc.
Yeah.
But, like, you see that, like, how they bond is through sparring with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I see that. That makes a lot of sense. Because even though I like the snake Hashira just fine, they don't spend a lot of time with him.
Yeah, he's very a mystery. Like, you don't know anything about him.
Yeah, but he's always kind of like giving Tanjiro the stink eye, which I thought was funny. But not because he's like demon sympathizer or anything like that.
Yeah, he's extremely talented.
No, he's just like... here's this funny running gag about him and Miss Conrochi.
Yeah.
That he obviously really likes her. And then she's spending so much time with Tanjiro, it's like pettiness.
Yeah.
He's like, stay away from Conrochi.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think when he's like training with all the Hashira, like, he doesn't finish his training with the Wind One, right?
Yeah,
I don't think he ever did.
Yeah.
As I remember, because I think he kicked him out of it, right?
Or he maybe never...
Because he got mad at Tanjiro for something he did or said, and he's like, I'm not going to train you anymore.
Well, he tried to make a human connection.
Yeah, he tried to. Yeah, I remember. He was trying to get him and his brother to basically get along,
to hash it out, and and to try to, like, say, I'm trying to be your friend, man. I'm not trying to screw up what you're doing. Not trying to mess with any of your plans, just trying to work with you. And no, so he's like, no.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's kind of fun to have an antagonist character that's one of the heroes, technically. Like, don't like the guy, but one, he's actually competent enough. I'm kind of okay with him being an asshole, because we see him and Snake Hashira whenever they're scouting out the castle in the beginning of that arc, and they fight like 100 demons in like a minute, and just starts to slice them and dice them. And I was like, okay,
really, without trying.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were lower levels, but but there were still like 100 of them that just jumped them all at the same time, and I was like, okay, I get you. I think I get you as a character. So it's just, I'm like, don't like you, but I can respect you at least. One Muichiro was one that I also kind of didn't like at first, but he's the Mist Hashira with the black and green hair.
Yeah, isn't he like really quiet?
Yeah.
He doesn't really talk much. Like, really.
Well, it's kind of funny that he just, like, doesn't really connect with people at all, really, or just, like, he'll say things, like, he does speak very bluntly.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say it maliciously.
Yeah.
He's just not good at social cues or anything like that.
Yeah. Is he the one that feels like he doesn't belong with the Hashira? Is it him or the first guy that you're like, there's one
I mean, Giyu does technically leave the Hashira.
Yeah.
So, like, that, I think that's who you're thinking of.
Yeah.
But
so I remember he was trained with another Hashira, but he died, but he didn't, but, like, he lived, and so he's got, like, that survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
And he doesn't feel like he belongs with the Hashira, but they all accept him, but he doesn't, like, accept himself.
Yeah, and Muichiro had a twin brother, and the other brother was, like, the stronger one that looked out for him, and he got killed, and he always has some internalized guilt about that, That's another reason he's kind of emotionally closed off. I mean, people can just be not good at social situations, but like that's part of the reason is the whole traumatic thing that happened with him and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But, trying to think if I'm missing anybody. I mean, Giyu, we don't really. He's kind of an enigma, too. Like, you don't. Like, he also doesn't talk much. He plays an important part in the plot, and then he's just kind of there. He's just kind of in the background for most of the story. Just the. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. There's a lot of voice actors, when you watch an English dub, you hear a lot of the same voices from other English dubs.
Mm-hmm.
Like he shares a voice actor with Yukio from Blue Exorcist, and his twin brother in that show was voiced by Inosuke.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a couple scenes with them interacting, just like briefly, and I was like, getting a flashback here. I just think that's fun. That's the fun of English dubs. Whenever you hear a lot of voice actors you like, coming from one show to the other, still working together.
I always thought it'd be cool to be a voice actor. Like
too.
I always thought that would be fun. Like I can't really stand being on camera. But like just kind of doing like on audio type of stuff, that'd be fun.
I think it'd be fun to work in ADR. That's something that a lot of voice actors do. That they provide their voice work, but they also do like voice, like filling in background noise in scenes where they'll do like quick re-records of lines and inserting them. Whole lot of voice actors have gotten into that, and I think that'd be a neat thing to do if you were a voice actor to diversify.
Yeah.
This. Okay. Do you have any other thoughts about the Hashira you want to mention before we move?
No.
On? Okay. So now let's get to the villains. I thought I would have a lot more to say in this department, but then I rewatched the show. I was like, oh, there's only like a couple of them that kind of like, move the needle for me at all. But you mentioned him earlier. I think you did anyway. The drum demon.
Yeah.
I thought really simple antagonist, and I like that. The demons, they all have these different weird powers that they, and I like that you can just hit a drum and you can change the layout of a room.
Yeah, he was actually technically pretty strong for like for Tanjiro to like for all three of them to technically fight. Yeah, there it is. But what was interesting is through that entire fight that Tanjiro's fighting him, he never steps on one piece of the art he has written on any of those music sheets. Never steps on one. And that's that whole like having respect for something he is fighting. Like isn't that so interesting?
Yeah.
He's dodging not only all of his attacks, but he's not stepping on any of the music he wrote. That is just interesting.
Yeah. I will say that's one aspect where they actually did a good job, is that they with the demons, whenever you get like their human backstory, it's normally pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that's normally the best part of the story with them, is whenever you figure out where they came from and how they became a demon. But that's where they like how to make a villain really despicable is somebody that finds a vulnerable person and takes advantage of them.
Yeah.
Which is what Muzan did with almost all of his demons
Yeah.
that follow him, is that they were all screw-ups in one way or another, and he provided them a way to become great, but quickly and unethically.
Yeah, but I think he really... I think he's really afraid of completely one of them, though. You know, the guy with like the 6 eyes. Dude, that dude could clap Muzan like in a blink of an eye. Like, and like why he shows any type of respect or whatever for Muzan, I have absolutely no idea, because that guy does not technically need him. But I guess if he killed him, he'd die too, because the whole theory is that like if he kills him, you know, all the demons die. Supposedly.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I mean, we think that the Hashira are the enigmas. The demons are like the ones you really know nothing about.
Yeah.
Unless they have an arc dedicated to them and what they're doing. It's like, oh shit, there's just like a dozen really powerful beings that exist that like you better hope you don't cross paths with.
Yeah. So we're into talking about the upper levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you know the backstory with the dude with the 6 eyes?
I have a theory about it.
But
I don't.
You don't know if, like, wasn't that Tanjiro's dad's friend? That's what I thought.
I think at least what they're visually hinting at.
Yeah.
Is that, but it's confusing because there's also, like, I think an element of reincarnation with the story, because there's this idea, the people that were with Muzan 1,000 years ago, the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps, his family, back then, there's like a connection between them because Muzan's technically related to him distantly. Like, there's some kind of reincarnation thing, because there's also the doll and the Swordsmith Village arc with the 6 arms.
Yeah, right, yeah. Uh-huh.
That was based off of that Slayer from back then, like 300 years ago. So like either that guy like he became a demon 300 years ago and he's still around, or like that was a different guy, part of the same lineage, and then Tanjiro's dad's friend was the reincarnation of that guy, and then he became the 6-eyed demon, or... Yeah. I see all these connections, but I don't really understand like how it all fits together exactly.
Yeah, I don't really know much about all the other demons. Like, I do like the guy that has the weird fighting style, the not Gaara guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just like his fighting style. Other than that, as a character, I don't really like him. But yeah, like, I like his hand-to-hand, like, combat stuff. Like, I just find that interesting. Like, it's like Neji type of shit.
Yeah. Akaza is his name.
Yeah.
But we can call him not Gaara.
Yeah, I like the not Gaara thing. That's I can't believe you said that. That shit made me laugh. I was like, ha!
Yeah, that character, despite what he took from us,
right? Son of a bitch.
I still like him because he is an asshole, but he is like one of the top 3 guys in the group. So
and he goes. I mean, and when he's fighting the Hashira, he's not using any weapons. He's toe to toe, hand to hand. Yeah. Like, of course, with demon power, so he's a cheater, but yeah. He's still a cheetah.
Yeah, apparently we're going to get his backstory in the new movie. I think that part of the manga is going to be adapted in that. So I'll be looking forward to that and be sad both ways now.
Right, yeah. It's like, gosh, I hate you, but gosh, that's a sad backstory, yeah.
Yeah. There is an anime that I watched some of back several years ago where I think it's Katana Gatari or something like that, where it's basically a swordsman anime, but the main character uses his fists. Like, he fights swordsmen with his bare hands and beats them. So that's kind of what he reminded me of. Yeah. It's just a guy who would just physically brawl to kill people instead of using any kind of fancy tricks or toys. But I also kind of like him whenever they're in, like, the castle and all the demons are interacting with each other. He's just, like just telling everybody to piss off.
Yeah, he, like, fucking hates everybody. Like, he doesn't like anybody, and he's on their side, and he doesn't like anybody. He has no respect for anybody. It's like he hates humans and demons, and it's like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like, he has no respect for anybody, really.
I do think it's funny, like, that they almost, like, him and the guy with the fan almost got into it. Like, like, the fight almost starts, and then the six-eyed guy just stares at him, and they just, like, stop moving.
It's like, hey, yo, bitch, stop fighting.
Yeah, I know he's got a real name, but I'm just going to call him Fanboy forever.
There you go. Yeah, he is very much fanboy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, just... And he's also... He kind of strikes me as the Starscream of the group, where it's like he's a suck-up to everybody above him.
Yeah.
But he's like... But, like, annoying, and, like, nobody wants to work with him.
Isn't he the second, though? Fanboy?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, he sucks up to Muzan.
Oh, I get you.
More
Yeah,
than
yeah,
the others do.
Yeah.
To an annoying degree. And
yeah.
I'm like, can't wait till you get yours.
Right.
But that's something fun in storytelling whenever you get villains that are well written and, like, so hateable.
Yeah.
But you're really entertaining when you're on screen, but I also can't wait to see you fucking die.
Yeah. Do you know who the one-eyed girl demon thing is?
Is that the lady with the instrument?
Yeah, she's the one that changes the castle. Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, like, is somebody going to fight her and kill her? Is she worth killing? Because I know she's considered as an upper moon. But
that's like the enigma of enigmas for me. Cause I'm just like, is she just kind of there? Like, just...
Yeah.
Maybe it's... I don't know how demon magic works in this universe exactly, but it kind of reminds me in Jujutsu Kaisen, there's this concept of domains, where a person with the sorcery can, like, spread their domain out into the real world. And it's like, it can be like an empty void or like an endless void or something to trap your enemies in.
Yeah.
Or I'm kind of wondering if the castle, the fact that it moves all the time, like with Muzan, if that's like his domain technically.
Oh, I get you,
Where he can just pop that out anytime he wants to, like wherever he is.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking where I'm going with this is either that's like his ability, or maybe that's her ability.
Yeah,
because she has the thing that she can change the orientation of things.
Yeah, I think my theory is that she's the one that's controlling all that. He just uses her because she's, she's useful to him. Like he only keeps demons around that are useful, and if he doesn't really consider you useful, he'll normally just kill you.
So I did have a question. It's been a while since you've seen everything with Demon Slayer, but which demon do you think has a better entrance? And I'm going to compare these two moments to you, like which entrance you prefer. Akaza's entrance in the train movie, whenever he appears to a fight Rengoku, or when Muzan appears in the Hashira training grounds.
Yeah, I'm going to go when he shows up in the training Muzan. Yeah, I like that because the Win Hashira, like he like smashes that eye in his hand, and he says something about we've been infiltrated, and it like snaps to him just like moonwalking, like walking up, walking up to like the to go speak to. I'm sorry, I don't know his name.
I don't remember either.
Okay, I just know him. I see him. But yeah, so
he doesn't see you.
Yeah, right. And he meets him in the Hashira like kingdom land or whatever, and he's like talking to him, which is such an interesting back and forth. I love it like when like a really main bad guy and let's say like a really good guy like sit there and they have that conversation. A conversation like that, I find that like so interesting. Like I don't want to go off like the path here on a bunch of movies that do that, but when that happens in cinema, that just makes me really excited. But yeah, that's got to be like my favorite. Yeah, and then there's like that music in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the music,
And
but
stuff like that.
Yeah. I will say my favorite like musical beat in the whole show. It's just so like kind of takes me out of it when it plays. But in the train movie when Akaza and Rengoku are fighting, it's the like chorus and the like it just comes in at the most random times in the like epic battle theme, and I was like, fuck that come from?
Hey, ho, ho.
Just it feels almost like it's coming out of Akaza's mouth. Like as he moves so fast and he'll disappear and then it's like show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot I have to say about the other demons other than the ones we've mentioned.
Yeah, really. I don't have
much
to say
because
either.
the series like doesn't really focus that much on the demons. Like if they did a little bit more, maybe we'd talk a bit more about it. But it just
right. Yeah.
But I think we've given it enough. I think.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next thing. Just a brief one. The art style of the anime, I really appreciate. I wanted to know what you thought about it.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Like it looks really good. Like I really enjoy it. Like I think it's really good. Like I like anime, just not as much as other people, but like yeah, Demon Slayer helped me have a lot more respect for anime. Like it really did.
Fan, but not super fan, basically.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little above a fan, not super fan, but not fan, like above that.
Ultra fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the storytelling in Demon Slayer. I think is some of the best I've ever seen in anime, and not everybody's gonna agree with me on that. That's okay. Like that's, I think it's some of the best storytelling I've ever seen. Like I think it's really good. Like the people that are behind that do an extremely great job. I was very impressed by Demon Slayer, and I am hard to impress when it comes to cinema. I am a complete dick when it comes to anything that involves cinema. When I watch something, I'm very very strict. And Demon Slayer, I was very impressed, consistently impressed.
Yeah, I will say I really like. There's a lot of cartoons and just animated things in general that do a mixed media style of animation where they use 2 to 3 different types of things.
Mm-hmm.
Where they'll have like 2D characters and then have 3D elements in the background and then they'll have like a different sometimes they'll have multiple different types of 2D animation on screen at the same time. Like whenever the characters are using their breathing techniques and their swords, and they do the artistry of that, where it's like the character and the sword are animated in one style, and then whenever the animation comes onto the blade, it turns into it's something different. Like it's like the character is like super detailed, and then the stuff is like less detailed, but like more fluid.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Like. That was really caught my eye immediately because I've seen stuff with people with elemental powers and stuff my whole life basically, so it's not like groundbreaking in that way.
Right? Yeah.
But it's like, oh, the presentation's really interesting.
It is.
That it's that flashy and interesting, consistently and. I will say there's something last, 10, 15 years in anime, Western animation everywhere, basically. The integration of CG ideas, CG things in there. The way this show does it is really interesting, where it's like, they'll have, like, the main human characters, and a lot of that stuff's 2D, but then on certain like lesser demons and stuff, they will make them like weird 3D CG animation.
You're talking about kind of like the Green Demon. He had a lot going on, like with all the arms and stuff.
Well, I'm thinking like in Swordsmith Village, there's the fish demons.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like super uncanny, weird looking.
Yeah.
Like their eyes staring in different directions, and just, I mean, they're doing their job. They're made to be unsettling looking, like making it look as unsettling as you can.
Yeah.
But that's something I've always appreciated whenever somebody who's doing animation on stuff, they know how to incorporate a different style to make a certain effect like really hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like mixed media, if you're watching a cartoon like Courage the Cowardly Dog did it a lot, where the main stuff is 2D.
Oh yeah,
2D
right.
animation.
Yeah.
But then,
good example.
But then, like some freaky ass 3D CG model will flash on screen for a second. It's like really spooky looking, like that. And then like the first, it's not animated at all technically, but the first Terminator movie, whenever all the flesh burns off of Arnold, and he's a stop motion machine, like just walking around chasing Sarah, like that. It doesn't look realistic, but it's like stylish and stylized in a way that's effective, and it makes it creepier because it's unnatural looking.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like it was lazy.
Yeah,
like that was really hard to capture. So that wasn't just some really shit CG that just looks like shit. I thought it was really good. Like I liked it. Like I know like some audiences might return to that and be like, oh, I don't like the way that looks. Well, it's because they're so used to really crappy CG and they see something like that and they're like, oh, well, it doesn't look the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we kind of touched on that. Now let's get into just the story arcs in general. We'll not go super in depth, just our overall thoughts on like each one as in sequence, so the audience kind of gets their feeling for our feelings. So since season 1 is 26 episodes, it's by far the longest of the seasons because they had to set up everything. I split it up into like 4 different segments. There's the introduction, which is like the first 12-ish episodes or so. And then the cutoff I have is final selection starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final selection happens. And then that's when the survivors of that move forward. Then you have the trial, which is where they meet the Hashira. And they have to make the judgment call on Nezuko. And if they allow her to live or not. And then the Spider Forest fight. It's kind of like those 4 kind of like quadrants of the first season. So, like, do you have, like, what are your overall thoughts on those? Like, is it, like, just what do you think of those parts of the story?
I mean, I think it's pretty good. Like, I don't really have a problem with anything. I don't feel like anything is slow. Like, I know that, I feel like there's always consistently something happening. Yeah, there's its moments where it can be slow, but since there's so much story building and so much storytelling that has to go on, I'm not really mad about it. So, like, I don't really feel like there's any filler in it. Like, I feel like it's pretty consistent on, like, getting to the next arc. And you really see it speed up really there towards the end. Way towards the end. Like, it's really, like, boom, 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 boom. And I wasn't mad about that, but you could really tell. But, I mean, when it got to that point, when it got a lot faster, it needed to be faster because, you could already tell that, our 3 main antagonists that we really love.
Protagonists.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Our 3 main characters that we really like. Like, you just see them kind of, like, not only, like, age, but, like, age in fighting, and they get better at everything. I mean, it comes to a point where it's like, they've got to kind of do things completely on their own.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I like everything. I don't really know what else to say. Like, I like the way it's structured. Like, I like it.
Yeah, I do overall like it, but I think that the first half of it is a little long.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I feel like you could have trimmed a little bit here and there. Just, and keep in mind, this is when I was binging the series.
That's a lot. Yeah.
To get, all my notes and stuff for it. It's like, yeah, it's all good. It's just, you don't always have that much time to devote to it. So it's like, you kind of want to go to the next big thing, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you don't really have the problem when you're first watching it. This is more like a rewatch problem.
Yeah.
Just I think it's all good. It just I maybe would have sped it up just slightly.
Yeah.
But overall, not a big problem. The second part with the Hashira and then the Spider Forest, that really is when it kicks into gear. I think, and that. Like, Final Selection was good. Like, that was a good first thing. To,
it was a good hook, line, sinker.
To start everything. But then I liked the juxtaposition with the Hashira and then the fight in the Spider Forest because you see that the main characters are in danger from every side, basically.
Yeah. Because
the Hashira could just decide that they're going to kill Nezuko at any time. Like, they have the trial where they agree not to, but the fact that that's on the table is always lingering in the back of your head that what if Nezuko went off the handle once and then they'd kill her,
Yeah.
Like, if anything bad like that happened. And then Spider Forest is just a really good battle, like showing everybody's kind of strength.
Yeah,
in it.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
And showing an interesting group of villains that they were fighting.
Yeah, because they all were pretty similar, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Spider Family is technically what they're called, I think. So we got that down. Then we go to the Mugen Train, or Infinity Train, so I think it translates technically, but which, to the people at home, you can watch it two different ways. Either you can watch the Mugen Train as the film, or you can watch it as like a 6 or 7 episode season. They've adapted it in two different ways, so I prefer the movie, honestly, because it is shorter. It's like right at 2 hours, which is a lot for an anime film, but for just if you're worried about your time, that's the quicker option, and you still get all the main things you need to know. Like, well, for instance, the ARC version of it, the first episode is just spent with Rengoku doing like some stuff where you kind of get to see him as a character before he gets to the train station, and then that's kind of where that cuts off would be where the movie is starting, basically. Which it's fine. I don't think it's a bad option necessarily. It's just not the version I would choose.
Yeah.
The first time you saw it, did you watch the ARC?
See, I've never seen the movie. I've only seen just the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would probably like either one. I don't really have a preference, Like I probably wouldn't mind. Now, the problem is like if I would have went and saw that movie with you and Alex, like if I would have went with you, I would have had no idea what was going on. I would have been there. I would have been like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome because like I loved it so much. But I wouldn't have known anything. But now when this next arc comes out, like I'm totally going. We're totally, we're gonna go see that for sure. Can't wait to go see that.
It's on the calendar.
Because we're gonna. Yeah, because I know what's going on.
Yeah. So, it's just however you want to view it, there's a version out there for you. If you'd rather it still be the episodic structure of the show, or if you want it as a feature film. Honestly, the main difference, I think, is like the budget.
Yeah.
Because the movie has a much higher budget, so the animation is better overall.
Okay.
But that's just how like anime films are, really. Like whenever they're from a TV series going to a movie and that kind of thing, they always up the budget a little bit, especially if it's in the theater. So they have a little bit more money to use. Okay, so you were asking me about my hot take about the arcs. You ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay, the Entertainment District arc. First of all, you go first. So that's the one with Uzui and the three wives,
Yeah.
his three wives. We didn't talk about him earlier. We can talk about him now.
What, like you don't like him?
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
That's not it. Just overall, what do you think about that arc? At least from what you remember.
Like it was okay. No, I remember all of it. Like I thought it was okay. Like I wasn't like it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. Like I'm like, oh, okay. Like I thought it was kind of interesting, but like I wasn't like, I don't know. I thought it was boring for sure. Like until they start popping off, like until they actually fight at the end. Other than that, I mean, it is boring. I'm okay with it. It's not my favorite, but I mean, it's okay.
I'm just gonna say it's ironic that it's called the Entertainment District arc when it's the least entertaining arc by far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the highlights of the season are Uzui. Is he Stone Hashira? Is that what he is technically?
I think so.
Or what is that? What Guillaume is? I can't remember what. See that one I can't hardly remember which what version which.
Yeah, maybe he's like Wind. I'm not.
No, Wind is Sonami.
Well, no, I know, but like he's kind of, I don't know what he is. I have no idea. He just moves really fast. So I thought he'd be kind of windy. I don't know.
He's the flashy Hashira.
Yeah, that's
his his own made title that he.
Yeah, I'm not really for sure what he is. Yeah. So you're saying you just don't like that one?
Mostly.
I mean, I get it. It's boring until shit starts popping off. I mean, I ain't gonna. Yeah. Okay, I ain't gonna argue with you on that.
I just know that like people really love Uzui and his wives and everything, and I'm like, yeah, they're fine, but
he's not my favorite.
There's a lot more to the arc than just them.
Yeah. I didn't really care much for him and his wives, honestly.
It's weird that like I remember really liking them the first time I watched it, and then I watched it the second time. I'm like, oh, they're barely in the season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they play an important part the last 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But then. Also, I don't really like the 2 demons that are the villains in it. They're not that interesting to me.
Yeah. Like, I liked... So, really the only thing I liked about that is seeing, like, Tanjiro basically almost dying. Like, I mean, really all of them, but, like, man, he gets really close. Like, I mean, really close to dying. Mm-hmm. Like, seeing him just, like, give everything he can to try to keep his wife alive. Not Tanjiro's wife, but that one dude's wife. Mm-hmm. He's like getting, and I think, was it Tanjiro? Was it Nutsu? I don't remember. One of them said to her about not having respect for human life. And that made her remember that other Hashira. I don't remember who said that to her. And then that was when she saw, like, that other Hashira in him. I think it was Tanjiro. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, like, when they start fighting, I find that interesting. But yeah, they're not my favorite demons. Hell, I'd say the spider thing is a lot more interesting than the entertainment one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could agree with you on that, totally. Yeah. I could agree with you on both of those hot takes.
Okay, well, I don't know if they're hot takes. They just felt like they would be.
Yeah.
If any of my takes would be hot, probably this one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can understand that, man. Yeah, totally.
Like, I mean, I love the climax of it is really good, and where almost everybody is like at death's door. Feels like that one, like, I remember somebody converted into GIF form and just seeing like Tanjiro screaming, and then Zenitsu and Inosuke, they're all like fighting that one demon just to cut his head off.
Yeah,
I thought that was. It's really intense when you watch it, but when you're not thinking about it and you see that image, it's just really funny. Just all them like yelling with their super anime faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Like, I had the hots for that demon lady, but other than that, like, I didn't really like her and the spider mom. Like, other than that, like, I didn't really find that much interest in the entertainment one. I liked it. Like, I thought it was interesting, but like, I don't know. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. So moving on to what I thought See, I wasn't remembering, or my opinions have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember really liking Entertainment District, and I remember Swordsmith Village being okay.
Yeah.
But now I completely disagree. I think it's the other way
Oh
around.
yeah. The Swordsman. Yeah, there's a lot going on in that. Like, yeah, that's really I like that one too.
And something that I didn't even put together until watching it this time is I'm like, why does this why are there less things I dislike in this season versus the last one?
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly just Tanjiro and Nezuko there.
Yeah.
Like the other two are off on their own mission.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a personal growth arc for Tanjiro and bonding with Kanroji and Muichiro and all the sword makers, which that I think would be that's such a cool bit of world building. The secret village that makes all the demon killing swords. All that was really neat, and I think. I mean, I've liked every show I've seen where there's a big point of the story is like craftsmanship of making swords.
Yeah.
I think, like forging and honing them and like if Alex always told me that I should have gone into like sword and blade work, that I probably would have liked it a lot. You know, maybe in another lifetime I would have done that.
Yeah.
Just because I literally have a knife sharpener that I use 2 or 3 times a week, just sharpening things, making sure that everything is...
Do you use a whetstone or just a knife sharpener?
It's just a little hand thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Just...
Yeah, dude, if you ever use a whetstone, like, it feels great. So I have a whetstone, and so I sharpen all my knives with that, but I sharpen my axe with that too. Yeah. Yeah, and believe it or not, like, I had no idea, like, how to do that. Like, somebody showed me how to do that, because, like, my dad was around, but he wasn't around, if that made any sense. Like, he just never showed me stuff like that. Yeah. So, the guy that showed me that was my boss, when I worked at the recycle center for the county, Michael. He actually showed me, like, a lot of things that I felt like a dad should show his son. Yeah. And I think that's why I have a lot of respect for him, because he showed me, like, a lot of things, and he did a lot of just, teaching me things. He was a big part of my life. I even though it was a short time, had a lot of respect for him. But he was the one that showed me that, and I thought that was really cool. Like, he really got me interested in a lot of stuff like that, like knives and like sharpening like axes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did actually in one of my vacations, I think it was 2 years ago now, I went to Tennessee with Dad, and I actually made my own knife out of a railroad spike.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was super fun. That was something that I always kind of wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it was something off my bucket list, you know.
Okay, so I got a question for you.
Sure.
So, like, in the Demon Slayer universe, like, if you got to, let's say you get the opportunity to voice a character, who would you voice? Either your own character or just, like, a character. Do you have one?
It would be some, like, just everyman type character.
Okay.
Just to walk on. I think that's the way to go. Maybe I get a funny line or two, and then I'm out. Just a funny moment with some of the characters.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe a fisherman or something. To just a guy living there that helps them for an episode, or they help me with something, and I just think that would be just something simple, and then just go and move on. You know.
Yeah.
Don't overstay my welcome.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I mean, I'm all about being, like a hero and stuff like that. But I mean, just for the fun of it, like, I like to play a demon.
Yeah.
Because I'd just be in one episode.
I could do that.
Or two,
yeah.
and then get killed off, just because I can kind of, like, play around, like, with voices. So, like, that would be, like, really fun to do. Like, I always thought that one demon that is in the Swordsman arc, that Jar of Greed looking guy.
Yes.
Like, every time I saw that, I always think of Jar of Greed from Yu-Gi-Oh! I was like, hey, this guy, like, he makes me laugh. Like, he just reminds me of, like, just the art of Jar of Greed.
Yeah, and he does a thing with his voice that like certain villains do that I think is really interesting, where it's like he has a very high voice and he has a very low
Yeah.
voice, and it kind of
Yeah.
like it fluctuates back and forth, like depending on his emotional state.
Yeah. So there'd be like two demons I'd like to play. So I'd like to play like one that's just like really mouthy and dies really fast.
Yeah.
Like either that or one that was once a good person and then something happened to him tragically that made him become a demon.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of my favorite story arcs like ever. So it's like I'll be super quick. So you got like X-Men, Magneto. He hates mankind because he was in the like concentration camps, and that's why he doesn't trust mankind. That's why he hates mankind because he thinks they're evil. Boom, done. So like that's why I would kind of like two aspects of like a character is either being somebody really mouthy that dies really quick, that'd be fun, or somebody there's a reason why he became a demon, like a tragic backstory. One of the two, either one.
Okay.
Probably prefer the mouthy, funny one, and then dies really quick.
The jobber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. But before we move on from Swordsmith Village, the big twist ending where they fight, probably the craziest fight in the whole series so far, anyway, was the multi-personality.
Yeah, that shit was freaking crazy.
That split himself into like 7 different ones.
Yeah.
And then finally kill the little imp version that's like the real him.
Yeah.
But while doing that, Nezuko gets in the sunlight and starts burning alive, and I was like, it gets all like slow motion, like there's like choir singing. I'm like, no.
Right? Yeah,
no,
yeah. We straight up think she's gonna die. Yeah.
Like you're not seriously gonna do that to me right now. But no, she died and she got better.
Yeah.
So now she can somehow walk in the sunlight. Which, yeah.
Another vampire reference.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that changes things considerably. That now there's a demon that can walk in the sunlight.
Yeah.
It's one of the good guys, but I'm like, Muzan's whole goal is to walk in the sunlight. So I'm like, he's gonna steal the magic baby and take its blood and try to get some of that sunscreen blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that's a crazy twist that I didn't expect at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I expect it makes more sense than her dying, but
but
I still didn't expect them to go either way with that. But I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You managed to throw me a curveball I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to the final arc. We have the Hashira training, where we all get to meet the big boys. They get to train with the Hashira and meet all the different hard, dangerous, and sometimes weird training that they do. Like the funniest one to me though is Kanroji's training is like yoga. But like nearly breaks your bones doing it.
Yeah, it's flexibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because she's had like such a cheery attitude about the whole thing, so you feel okay when you're doing it, but you're like,
Yeah.
It's like internally screaming doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really fun arc that. It's short. I think it's only like 8 episodes. It's really...
Yeah, it definitely ties everything up very quickly.
Yeah, and it gives you all just enough with the characters, like the Hashira that they've not really focused on. Gave them enough of a backstory for you to care about them. Will say, because in Entertainment District, Tengen gets taken out. He's alive, but he was crippled from the injuries he had. He lost his hand, lost his eye, and something else, I think. But he's still an instructor.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool that he had like he took his headband and made it into like a eye patch and like got like a pirate look now.
Yeah.
And I was like...
And he's still incredibly strong and fast, even though he's like,
He just has one arm.
Yeah.
But A lot of fictional swordsmen with one arm that are like some of the deadliest characters. So like, I still think if he really had to, he could participate in things if he needs to.
Yeah.
It's not saying he's going to live through it, but
yeah. 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 I could see that. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't feel like he needs to.
Yeah,
like I think he did his part, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
like
I'm fine with it too.
Yeah.
It's just a thought experiment.
Yeah.
That's you mentioned it earlier, but the whole thing with Sonami and Tanjiro, like Tanjiro trying to be his friend, and Sonami just not liking any of it. Red bean mochi, that's the thing, is that he likes red bean mochi, and that's like his favorite food, and Tanjiro keeps like trying to eat food with them, and he's like, no way.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember if it was Kanroji or somebody told him what his favorite food was, and just like, and then now he just starts bugging Sonami with it, like trying to, like now there's like a dual antagonism.
Yeah,
like
he just really annoys him. Yeah, basically until he sits down and talks with him.
Yeah. But then talking about a crazy twist ending for an arc, without Swordsmith Village had a crazy twist with Nezuko walking in the daylight. This one ends with fucking suicide bomb in the middle of the Ashira training facility. I was like, just thinking about that, I'm like, who all agreed to be a part of that? Did the master just do that on a whim? Like what?
I think he knew he was dying, and I think he was willing to give his life to give the Hashira just enough time to maybe land a blow on him to kill him.
Yeah,
because that's when the doctor lady, she injects him with that one stuff that's supposed to basically turn him into a human.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like his wife and 2 daughters are like 10 feet away, and then he detonates the thing, and I'm like, should you have done that?
I don't know. Maybe they got out. I don't know. Like maybe.
Like that looked pretty.
I have no idea.
That looked pretty scorched earth. I don't think anybody lived through that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of respect it because Muzan was even taken aback by it. Like he did not expect that. That kind of method out of him.
Yeah.
It's like, he actually kind of fought like a demon for a second.
Yeah.
Against the king of demons.
Yeah, and he was already dying, so I mean, he was already almost dead anyway when he got there. So it was kind of an interesting moment.
I'm just saying, I pretty much knew whenever Muzan showed up that he was going to kill the lead guy. Like the lead guy was going to die. I just wasn't expecting.
He's going to go out on his own way. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all. And I was like, okay, that's a crazy way to end the arc. This blows up everything, and then there's a big fight with Muzan, and then Muzan away, like flips.
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn it, he's gonna get away, and that's how it's gonna end. No, he transports them all into the castle, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, and I know it's got to end like that, but he's kind of cowardly.
Yeah,
because he wouldn't stand toe to toe with any of them. He's like, oh hey, I'm gonna run. I mean. Like, for him to be the best demon ever, like, it's kind of funny that he's like, well, I'm not going to stand toe-to-toe. Because I think he knows he'd lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, all of them at the exact same time. All of them, not 2, all of them. Mm-hmm. I don't think he'd stand a chance. I don't think he could.
I mean, half the people are going to die doing it, but I think that he would die.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm like, I know he's a coward, but I know he could very easily take out at least half of the crew with him. In the fight.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah. So, audiences, so you know, there's a massive cliffhanger ending on the final arc of the show. So don't be like surprised when that happens. Don't be pissed off because like, no, the movie's coming out. That's gonna be what it's leading to, so it's fine.
Yeah, 3 more cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Possibly, but might happen. I don't know.
Yeah, so kind of talked about all the all the arcs and everything. What predictions do you have? Like, what do you wanna put out there? See if you get anything right.
Okay, so I believe that Zenitsu is going to. I think he is going to beat the guy. I don't want to say he trained him, but he was like above him. Which he just Zenitsu like refers to him as like the old man. Like, so I guess it would be the guy that trained him, that taught him.
Was he like his granddad?
From my knowledge, I don't think so. I think he was just like.
Or did he just like call him Gramps? Maybe?
Yeah, I think he just called him Gramps. I'm not entirely for sure on that. I just, from what I thought I remember, he just like called him old man or whatever, Gramps. But yeah, I think he just was the one that taught Zenitsu what he knows and just completely believed in him when Zenitsu didn't believe in himself. But I think he's gonna kill the pretty much like the person that was above him that was training with Gramps, and I think that's kind of like why he got the note. Is that note is about Gramps dying and there wasn't anybody there to carry on the legacy.
So are you saying a Neiman killed his grandfather?
No, I think like my prediction is he killed himself when he found out that one of his students became a demon. Yeah, so my prediction is when he found out that like the person that was supposed to basically take his place, like after he either died of old age or whatever, when he found out that he became a demon when he went on a quest or whatever, he finds that out, he feels ashamed, and then he takes his own life. And that's why...
Was that the guy that was eating peaches? That was making fun of Zenitsu? Like his big bro or whatever? Like,
yeah.
That one guy?
Yeah, he's got like, black, blue hair or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like taller than... He looks older than Zenitsu. But yeah, he was always picking on him.
But did he get turned into a demon?
I think he becomes one of the upper moons. Like, I think he becomes like not the highest, but like basically like one of the lowest. And I think that's why Zenitsu is like in this other state, because he's ready to kill this guy because he wasn't there for Gramps.
I just remembered in the trailer there is a moment where someone says it's been a long time, Zenitsu.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't put that together.
That's all right. That's a lot. That's a lot of hard to put together.
Well, I don't think they showed his face, like whoever he was talking to.
No.
But,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that's why he's mainly there, and that's why he got put in that state, because he's very upset that Gramps died. And yeah, so I think he's gonna fight that guy. That's like one prediction, and then. Let's see, do I have any more? So, I don't really know who's going to die. I just know, like, some of them do. I'm just not entirely for sure for who dies.
My thing is, like, I know some characters die in this movie, but I know that some will survive this one, but die before the story's over. I
guess it's hard for me to make a prediction, because this show has been pretty close to the manga and hasn't changed a lot, but you know, I didn't read it as much or as a lot as other people, so it's hard for me, like, because, you know, sometimes, like, shows and movies will do something different than the source material, so, I mean, that's, like, the only guess that I got right now.
Well, I only really have one, and it's not particularly a prediction about the film, but it's just by the end of the series. I think that what we were talking about earlier with the six-eyed demon and like that guy or Tanjiro's dad's friend or whoever
he is
like dealing with the whole idea of reincarnation, or like through the birthmark things that the people carry, you know, through the generations. I think that like that bloodline where Tanjiro and him are both from were the original Sun Breather. I think. I think it's like a reincarnation every couple generations or so, where someone carries that on. not literal reincarnation, not like this the same person, but like the same fighting spirit within all these different people. I kind of like, I guess you could say like Avatar, where it's, it's technically the same person reincarnating from life to life, but they're very different people each time.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory that I hope happens. Like, really, the main one I want to know is I want to know, like, Tanjiro's backstory. Like, I want to know, like, who his dad was exactly and what's going on with that. Like, and, like, where his... Because, he's, like, some... Like he said, he's, like, a crazy, ancient, powerful, like, bloodline, and I just want to know more about that.
Yeah. I do think that's interesting that, like, the breathing styles of all the swordsmen, they all have the same common ancestor in some breathing.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that they diversified all of that through the centuries of techniques and everything, that it's all still tying back into the very first thing like that. I mean, I know Muzan's connected to it somehow, like the first Sunbreather would have been for the fighting Muzan directly, after he turned. So I don't know what all that's going to entail, but I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of gone over. I did make an outline that we were kind of spitballing through most of it. Kind of went through our characters that we liked.
Yeah.
Do we want to do the character creator idea?
Yeah, if you want.
Do you still want to do that?
Yeah, I could get. I feel like we can get through it pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah. So what Grif suggested that we do was to have an idea of what we would be in the universe of whatever we're talking about. So in this case, Demon Slayer. So we'll just kind of explain what our idea for our character would be. So Griff, go ahead and tell everybody.
Okay, so I'd like to be, maybe not a Hashira, but just kind of like a warrior, kind of on his own path type of thing. But I like the idea of some type of, like myself. So I'd like to be kind of like... So I'd like to have, like, the power, like, of, like, a wind Hashira, basically. And I would like to... Instead of using a sword, I want to use, like, just, like, an axe. So that same crystal rock thing that they make the blades out of, basically, like, make, like, an axe out of it.
Or Nichiren.
Yeah, so I want that on my back, and that's really the only thing, like, I want to carry, so I would like to just be, like, barefoot all the time. A nice pair of, like, short shorts, like, like here, maybe. And then just, like, a hoodie with no sleeves on it, and, of course, bald,
I guess
beard.
Back then it'd be more like a cloak, I guess, but like when you just cut the arms off of it.
Yeah, and I'd just kind of be like, I'd like to be like a lumberjack, and I'm just kind of like cutting down trees, and then, a demon tries to attack me, and then, like, I kill it, and since that's, like, the first demon I kill, because, like, I want to go with, like, I almost died, but I didn't, and so, like, I cut his tooth out, and so, like, basically, I want to wear, like, a necklace of all the demons that I killed. So, like, every time I kill one, like, I cut his tooth out of his mouth. And so I just want, like, a whole necklace, like, of teeth that I normally keep, like, stuff, like, in my hoodie, I guess. Yeah. And you wouldn't see it until, like, I pulled it out. Like, so when I feel like I'm ready to fight a demon, I would take it out so they could smell, like, all the demons that, like, I killed. And then to, like, top, like, everything off, I would like a rosary, those praying rosaries. Yeah. So I want that, like, around my waist. And so I want that to be, like, my finishing move is, like, let's say, like, the demon's, like, almost dead. And so, like, I wrap it around its neck and I just pull really hard.
Rip its head off?
Yeah, I basically rip its head off. Yeah, like, with that. But yeah, so, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to be able to use the axe, but I really, really love grappling. Like, in, like, hand-to-hand combat. Like, that's, like, my favorite. And I don't really want to use the axe unless if I absolutely feel like I need to. But I kind of like that whole, like, fighting style, like, with your hands and your feet and, like, doing takedowns and stuff.
maybe be like what Akazo was before he was a demon.
Yeah, yeah, kinda. Yeah, like I like that type of thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I think as a complete joke, but I'm almost serious at the same time. So like when I'm at like my very end, let's say like I'm almost dead, but I'm not quite dead, but I'm almost there. Like my last thing is I've got like a can of some type of energy drink. I kid you not, just pop it open and just, and then it's just like I go into like a different, like a drunken style,
They had opium back then.
right?
You could just be like a secret opiate user.
Yeah, some type of energy drink. Yeah, I want something like
it's
that.
Okay. Back then they were just energy drinks.
That's right.
They called everything that.
Yeah. But yeah, I would want that to be like my last thing. Like I'm almost dead. Like I drink that, and that's like what helps me like finish the fight and either win or lose.
Or it could be like an all natural type thing, like what they do in Naruto with the food pills.
Yeah.
You could do like a supplement thing that you take that doesn't like make you super strong, but it just like helps you finish the fight.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I definitely want it to be like in a can, just because like I fucking love energy drinks. So I'd love to just be like almost dead, and I'd be like, hold on. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I'd like. Anyway, that's my character. I'm in and out pretty quick.
I think they've got, they had like little wooden barrels back then. You could have like a little bitty one where you could just like unscrew the top of it and drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Like be something like that.
Yeah.
It's not a metal can, but it's like the equivalent of like the 1800s.
Yeah.
Okay, so my backstory, what I do with this one is basically he was a mariner, like a fisherman type character that like he was just a fisherman originally, but then he got like when I was a kid, let's say I was like helped the fishermen in their boats and everything, and then I got kidnapped by pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Pirates like took the boat and took me and to their crew, where I basically grew up as a young pirate that would go around pillaging and stealing and trading all these different things. Mm-hmm. Where and then just kind of grow up becoming a criminal technically, but then one night. We're on a coastal city. We're doing the pillaging of a small town, and then a demon shows up and attacks, and we and the crew sees what it's like, rips a few of us apart, and we're running to get back to the ship, and then it jumps onto the ship with us, and we're trying to survive the night against the demon. What we end up doing is we harpoon it and then tie it to the anchor and drop the anchor, and basically that's where it like traps it, where it's like holding on to the edge of the boat because it's super strong. It's not gonna necessarily get taken down with the anchor, but it's stuck there. And then the sunlight comes and hits it and kills it.
Yeah.
So basically like going from like honorable fisherman, dishonorable pirate, then having to fight a demon, losing most of my crew, only having like a couple survivors with me.
Yeah.
And taking up a small business of hunting and fishing smaller demons using the boats like on the coast and like traps that we set along the coast, luring in smaller demons, then pulling them out to the ocean, and taking care of them that way. Like making up for our lack of numbers and our weakness and strength by comparison with the demon by making them fight against the ocean, the anchor, the harpoon.
Yeah.
And then their whole idea is after we killed the first one, we got the attention of the demon slayers, and they actually gave us some Nichirin ore to use, and we fashioned a few different smaller weapons with that, like harpoon blades and arrows and different things, and also musket balls.
Yeah.
With this was a pirate ship, a smaller one, but still had like some hardware on it,
Mm-hmm.
where we had like a singular small cannon to use if we had to, and just load that with little bitty nichurine balls like grape shot, and then whenever you get a demon trapped into a place, wheeling the cannon around and blasting it to pieces. Basically like what Genya has with the little shotgun, but like a little bit more extreme, a little bit gorier, a little bit less refined, because we're just a bunch of guys on a boat, not professionals, just guys that have a tiny bit of skill that they can use to take out demons.
Okay.
Also, I think it'd be funny if the whole the weakness to wisteria is something that demons have.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'd want to also weaponize against them, where we have like smoke bombs and like oil bombs that have wisteria oil in them.
Yeah.
Where it's like this mostly a distraction to them, but whenever they breathe it in or it gets stuck on them, it weakens them.
Yeah.
And then hit them with the harpoon or the cannon or whatever we needed.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I wanted to do something really different, like really, really out there, that really different from the...
Yeah, that is really different.
But just something that also would have been around whenever, the late 1800s.
Yeah.
Where they have black powder weapons. Like, that's something that a lot of samurai and, just Japanese things don't show you a lot of times, but samurai had muskets since like the 1400s.
Yeah.
So that was just a common thing for like richer or higher classes would have those kind of weapons.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't, especially if you had a pirate crew and you just knocked over a few boats and got the supplies out of them, you could easily get a blunderbuss or a cannon of some kind and just use it as an effective weapon every once in a while.
Yeah.
So, audience, tell us what you think about Demon Slayer and all of your thoughts about it. The manga, if you want to. We haven't read it, but you can share it. Just don't spoil anything. That's fine.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you think about our stuff, where our characters. How long would we survive in the world of Demon Slayer? Probably not very long, but it is what it is. Grif, do you have any other things that you want to mention before we go?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to mention anything that I'm working on because it's hard for me to get stuff out right now because I'm so busy. So, yes. I mean, I am working on my own channel as of this moment, and I'm working really hard on it. I'm hoping to release some things, but I don't see the point of mentioning anything yet just because I'm not quite there yet because my job steals a lot of my time at the moment. So
understandable.
Yeah. So when I get there faster, we can talk about it more when I come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or vice versa. If you come on, whatever, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you sticking it out, doing this with me, despite the fact that I know your job sucking the life out of you. But
yeah, I'm still willing to show up. It makes it tough for me to prepare some episodes. It just depends how many days off I get in a row. Because sometimes I'll work a straight 7 in a row, and yeah, it's hard to predict it.
Yeah. Well, audience, I don't know if we're gonna do a video when it happens, but when Infinity Castle drops, we'll be there.
Yeah.
We're gonna see it happen, and I guess we'll be around for the next 2 films coming after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a modern anime thing that I don't know if I like or not. If the whole movie finale thing where like Attack on Titan did this a couple years ago, where they did the manga, like the way it ended, it couldn't really be adapted into another season because there wasn't enough material there. So what they did was like do 3 like hour-ish long specials.
Yeah.
And they spread it out like over a year, like
oh gosh,
like one year, 1 6 months, and then one at the year point. But I'm like, I don't mind that necessarily because I did like the finale of that show.
Yeah.
Like, I liked it when I could watch all 3 of them together at the end. It was a little frustrating the way it was split up, but I don't know. I've kind of come around to it. This one, though, this movie is like 2.5 hours, and it's just the first of 3.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how long are the other ones going to be?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be almost like a Stranger Things type of thing.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, because, like, you'll get really into Stranger Things, and then, like, you forget about it, and then, like, 5 years later, they're like, oh, don't forget, Stranger Things comes out with another season. And you're like, oh, right, yeah, I like that. I forgot.
Yeah.
You know? I've been scratching at this Demon Slayer thing, and then you're like, oh, hey, by the way, it's like 3 movies. I was like, well, because why wouldn't it be?
Honestly, as long as they do it, as long as they're all good, they tell the story
right.
well, and they're executed well. And the first movie, Mugen Train, made, like, I think it had a budget, like, less than $15 million. It made over, like, $100 million at the box office.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Get the bag while you can. The series is coming to an end.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
And plus, they have the higher budget with the film that they can use on animation.
Yeah.
So they can make these fights, like, even more epic than the show. So
yeah.
I'm like,
I get it, yeah.
So I'm like, cool. Let's do it. Just please end after the 3rd one.
Right, yeah.
It kind of makes me wonder if it's going to be like Infinity Castle Part 1, Part 2, or Part 3.
Yeah.
Or if it's going to be like Infinity Castle. I think there's stuff after Infinity Castle in the manga, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Like there's another couple things that happens. So maybe this is just covering that part, and then the rest, the aftermath of it, would be the other 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I know Grif's excited for it.
Yeah.
And we're glad that you stuck around with us, and hope you're excited for it. And let us know once you see the movie what you think, and we'll try to let you know our thoughts if we have time.
Yeah.
God willing, we have time.
Now we'll have time. We got to figure out how to make the time.
Yeah. Might have to shoot it and then like me edit it on my vacation and then drop it when I get back.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. So just remember to set your heart ablaze and always keep going. And what other inspirational quotes are from the show?
Oh, I got one. Tasty.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I will defeat you! Fuzon Kibutsuji!